Fake Suleiman, how are you?
Oh no, what's happened to you?
Fake
You got
Suleiman!
you got attacked in the hood.
Yeah, I got how come you didn't slide for me?
Bro, I'll tell you, I didn't even know it was you. So I was on the like top right hand side. I literally saw the guy do the Superman punch and then fall right next to me. He literally fell. He was on the floor. And I was like, oh, this guy's flopped, whatever he tried to do. I didn't even know it was you. And then the next thing I know, I see you walking down the stairs and everyone chanting SNEAKO, SNEAKO. I thought SNEAKO's leaving and
Yeah,
he's got
SNEAKO, SNEAKO, SNEAKO.
That's literally what they were doing. And then you go out, and I think we went out a different exit 20 minutes later. I come downstairs, like all the gripers are there chilling. And then literally someone comes down and says, oh, guess what? It was actually SNEAKO who got hit. And I was like, huh? And they're like, yeah, it was SNEAKO who got hit. And I was like, really? But I don't get it. Why? Why would he hit SNEAKO? And they're like, no, it was SNEAKO. SNEAKO, like, he attacked SNEAKO. SNEAKO, like, basically did something to him and then he attacked him. And I was like, nah. But then what happened was my camera guy, remember, like, I had the camera crew there, right?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I got it on camera. Like, he actually hit SNEAKO. So it's actually there where he hits you, and then you literally, like, smile. And that's how I found out.
Yeah, I watched it back, and I think a lot of people didn't realize I got hit because I didn't fall, and I'm just smiling. So I think they were confused because I'm just like laughing, and I was a little dazed, but pretty much that's it. But overall, what did you think of the event? You're still in Detroit, right?
I'm still in Detroit. We're going to do some, like, podcasts. But honestly, it was crazy, right? There's so much that happened. We did so much. I just think like it was monumental. Like every aspect of it. Obviously, we're gonna probably break it down in the stream, but when you look at like, for example, who was there, why were they were there, the things we did, who we interviewed, who we spoke to, like me and you are getting quite a lot of hate. You more so, obviously, getting a lot of hate for some of our actions and some of our interactions. But like, if people understood our reasoning for why we did it, like people would be like, okay, we respect that. Like these guys were literally, legitimately, actually doing something different.
Where are you talking about backlash for David Duke or the girl?
Both.
Yeah.
And being at the event, and that we were Nick Fuentes, and like with the Groypers, like literally, I was just checking online. People are losing it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
Is this how it is to be a SNEAKO's world?
This is a day in the life of SNEAKO. Like I'm used to this life. It's this. Nah, for real though. This is like, and even everybody in the chat knows this is like regular occurrence. It doesn't really faze me at this point. It's like it seems like every month I go viral for something, and there's like half the people are mad. But what I realized is that it never really manifests into real life. You know,
that's true.
Twitter, and you know, it is what it is. You just gotta laugh it off. You get hit, and then you just laugh it off. Fight back if you can, and then go on. But I was a little surprised.
We didn't even get a chance to. We didn't get a chance to fight back, right? Because
no, he left right away. Like people didn't see. As soon as he did that, he fell down, and then he just like he ran away to the back.
It was weird because you know how he fell was because I didn't know it was you, but well now I know it was you. But when he punched in the middle of the stage. But for some reason, he fell right on the right-hand side towards the stage, the front end. So he was literally already probably looking at where you were roughly maybe two meters away from you, or 3 meters away from you immediately when he fell. So I don't know if it's because when he punched you, he went flying himself or someone maybe pushed him or whatever, but he went flying. And then he went to the back.
That's my granite chin. Like my chin is so strong, people literally like go flying away afterwards. And I was just right there. But it is what it is. You can't really, you can't get to, and everything's handled if people are, I've been yapping about this the whole stream so far, but everything is sorted out pretty much.
Good. Like that guy was acting like so low class. Like our team got the whole footage, right? So he literally goes in. So what happened is like they were the DJ, and then I don't know. You probably already explained this to your audience, but like maybe a different perspective. Like he goes into so there's like the DJ area where they're doing the audio stuff, and Nick's team had someone there who was like literally organizing the audio. So this guy goes in, picks the guy up and literally throws him out, physically, like literally throws him out. And then he just literally starts antagonizing people, doing the whole, I don't know if you ever watched wrestling when you were back in the day, right? When like HBKs, they would like suck it.
Yeah, he was taunting everybody. He was like flicking people. He was like calling Dr. Lupus a whore, all this stuff. Like he was not acting the way security should act.
Yeah, he was acting mental. He was like, suck it, right? And then he was like literally acting crazy in the place. And I actually went to him and halfway through and I was like, listen, like, what's going on? Because I felt like if you talk to them calmly, they might like just calm down. And they were just like refusing to even say anything whatsoever.
I tried talking to him beforehand when he cut off the mic. I'm like, what are you doing? He's just like, Just kept doing this. And one thing that annoyed me was that a lot of people that were there, I don't want to name names, but they were just like laughing at like haha, like filming it happen. I'm like we came all the way from the country to go see these speeches, and you know, like you think it's funny that somebody's sabotaging the event. That stuff. I noticed some people do that. Not you, but some people were doing that. I was like, what the. Like, how are you gonna be laughing at this? This guy's just ruining the event, and after it got pushed around 4 times.
For me, I've been back and forth about this, right? And I'm just gonna be perfectly honest with the audience. On the one hand, I'm like, there's so many gripers there. Like, why did they not just invade, right? Like, don't let one black guy smash all of you, right? And then the other side, I thought like, nah, if they did do something, that would be headlines, and that would have maybe destroyed the movement. So I see it from both aspects. So I guess they were less emotional, but I could see like a lot of people losing it in that situation.
Who losing it? The
The
American First
gripers.
people. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they yeah, it is what it is. But what are you doing in the studio for the rest of the day? And what were your overall thoughts about everything that happened? I tried to explain it from my perspective. Maybe it could be good from yours because you were there the whole time.
Yeah. So like on the studio, we've got the whole crew coming down. We're gonna do like some podcasts and stuff like that. But like from the whole perspective, I'll talk about the hate first, and then maybe we'll talk about some of the good stuff because there's a lot of good stuff that happened as well. I mean, we'll start with the big one, like the David Duke interview. Like from our perspective, like when they see the interview, I don't think they'll hate. I think it's just the name that literally gets people annoyed. But we asked him a lot of tough questions, right? We asked him like, why were you part of the Ku Klux Klan? Why did you act in the manner that you did? What were your beliefs and ideas? And all of his thing resonated that he believed that, in his opinion, that Jewish power was controlling everything. That's kind of like the language that we hear now, which is normalized since October the 7th. But I guess before October the 7th, people were shook by it. So that was one thing. The second thing was, remember, we said like, look, would you go back if you had the same situation again, if you could go back in time, would you do it again? Would you join the clan? And he was like, no. So I think that was another important factor. And he's not someone who, I think you mentioned it before as well, like he's not someone who literally is like thinking in a very kind of calculated way. I mean, the guy was old. He was literally, you know, like how your granddad talks. Like I
Yeah,
remember. Do you
he
remember?
trails on. He's an old guy. One thing that surprised me, chat, is that he said that he talked to Malcolm X before. Like that's how old he is. Is that he was an adult when Malcolm X was alive and spoke to him on the phone. Also, I found it afterwards because I thought he was just like in the clan. I thought like the way he spoke about it is like he stumbled into some meetings accidentally. You're like, okay, that's forgivable. Turns out this dude was like top K. Like he was Grand Wizard, like purple hat. Not even white hat like Myron. This dude was purple hat clan dude. Like if we were at the time, I don't know how it would have gone if he would met us back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. That so I knew he was like what was it? I think I said you were like the head, not the head, but the like whatever it was, lieutenant or something. But yeah,
Grand Wizard,
after
like literal grand, like top G, actual top G.
yeah, that's what's shocking. Like I didn't realize that he was actually like the grand wizard of all of it. I just saw on Twitter when everyone started losing their minds, and we'll talk about that. Like people like Tommy Robinson and a few others like losing their mind over it. So that was, I mean, I thought that was a good interview. Like we
It was
asked him
really
really,
good. Yeah, good job for setting that up. And oh, he did actually text me asking for your number. Can I give it to him?
yeah, of course.
Okay, okay.
Although I think he's old, he's forgot because I've given it to him like 5 times now.
All right. Yeah, he is. He's like 74. You got to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, we've got presidents older than that, so
That's true. That's true. But it was just so weird to see him there because if chat doesn't know, he's like the only person. The ADL said 4 people cannot come back to Twitter. It was Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes, Alex Jones, and David Duke. All 3 of them are now back on X. David Duke is still not. So that's why I think it was interesting to speak to him, just from a curiosity perspective, because all I heard about it was from the media. You know, I had no idea what he was actually like. But he seems like a harmless, like white old Christian for the most part. But you know what? I would actually like nice to talk to you now because it is Eid Mubarak. And I kind of miss hanging around my Muslim brothers. Like I had a good amount. There was a lot of Christians for a lot of time. Like even last night we were hanging out after the whole thing. Just a lot of Christians. I want to be around Muslim brothers right now.
definitely. No, you need both, isn't it? So you need to be around Muslims to understand well, for a lot of people, like the community, the feeling, understand the brotherhood. And then I do think it's also important to be around Christians as well, because what happens sometimes is you get looped in a box and you otherize other people as well. So I think both aspects are very important. So I agree with you. in terms of what you said, one thing I wanted to mention though, I don't know if you said this on the interview or you said it afterward. Do you remember when you were like, he's so trusting and like the fact that I remember he came to the like Airbnb
Bro,
with us.
David Duke came to an Airbnb with 5 packies and a Blasian alone, like in Detroit, like to a random like 8 Mile Eminem style house. You know that house on the cover of Marshall Mathers LP, like the bando like rap battle looking house. He went there alone with like 6 ops, like the Grand Wizard ops. Like you got, because I don't know if you guys know, Suleiman has a couple brothers, and he was there with this filmer, and they're all like super pocky, like brown. They look like straight out of like
Double
Brighton,
Pakistani.
UK. And he didn't even bring he didn't bring anyone with him. So, and we just met him right before. We met him like he just was at a restaurant, and we said come through. And he's like, okay, yeah, and he was really helpful. He was really understanding and good to work with.
Yeah, because you remember we actually moved like 3 times as well, the location of the interview. So like initially we were gonna do the interview in a couple of rooms, that didn't work out. Then we were gonna do it downstairs in the lobby, and then there was way too much noise. And then finally we drove to the Airbnb house. So he was really accommodating.
Oh, Bradford, not Brighton. Yeah, like 5 Bradford, UK looking. I'm joking around. Like I heard some people say that about
Brighton's the gay capital of England. So you.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Audu Billah. But when is it gonna drop? When's that interview dropping? I don't know if I should maybe check in if you guys want to see it on Rumble, then I could post it on Rumble. Suleiman offered that I could post it on Rumble.
What do you guys think? Should he post it on Rumble? Do you think it might affect his Twitch contract? Do you think that it will get him cancelled? Because he's like black, but he looks quite white. So
yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I did push back a little bit, but maybe Suleiman could just have it for X and we can react to it. Because I don't want to lose my Twitch. I already lost a tooth. I don't want to lose Twitch.
yeah, it's honestly it was really good. And then the other one we got a lot of hate for was the Lily one.
Yeah. People got, mostly me. I didn't see. People were like, "Look at SNEAKO's like." I saw there was a one that went viral again. But did you get a backlash too?
Yeah, I got a lot of backlash for it. Even like loads of DMs like saying, brother, you need to repent. Like this person attacked Islam like a week ago. Like you need to rectify the situation. We've shown you so much support. Like I was getting hate. Obviously, I'm not bothered about the hate, but yeah, people were losing their minds over it.
It is what it is, man. Welcome to my life. This is the content game. Just like no one's ever always happy. Like at a certain, especially politically, you're gonna keep people really and religiously. Like there's always gonna be really upset. But
like what people don't know is like behind closed doors, and we did it. I did an interview, and you behind closed doors. Like we've confronted on these issues, right? I literally, if you look at the interviews that's going to drop with her, I literally asked her about all her Islamophobic points. To the point where by the end of it, like even like people who are neutral were like, look, you can't really continue attacking her. She's literally explained herself. And she's young. Remember, she's only 20, like 24, 25. Those tweets that we found were from like 4 or 5 years ago, the vast majority. The recent one she did where she said F everything, that wasn't like specific to Islam. She was literally trying to say like F everything except like whatever she believes in, which is obviously her view. I think a lot of people have that same position actually. So I mean, from even if when they're Muslim. So I mean, I think that we did a good job because I got attacked today. Like my phone blew up, and they were like, "Oh!" And the other one we got attacked for, like literally full on cancellation. Like I woke up, right, SNEAKO. I had so many messages, to the point where one of them, like Mario, right?
Yeah.
He was blowing my phone down. He was like, "Oh my god, we need damage control. Nazi salutes going on. You went to KKK meeting."
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And again, that video. I don't know. Were you in that video? I don't know if you were.
I was standing right next to him when he was doing the salute. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't even know he did it, right? But again, they were like losing their minds. And he goes to me like, write a message and say that you disavow it. And I said, listen, like I didn't actually. This is what I said to Mario. I said, look, I didn't actually see it. If you see, like I'm smiling and waving, but I ain't gonna like disavow someone. Like I ain't gonna do that. Like that's just low class behavior. So it is what it is. But I know I didn't do it. I wasn't aware. But still, I ain't gonna be like, look, I wasn't involved. I wasn't there.
It's just like I really like I don't care anymore. I really like that's why I just laughed this stuff off. I was just so used to it. But yeah, welcome to this. It was good to see you. It was good to see you in Detroit, out of all places. I look forward to the interview. I gotta go call Owen Benjamin now, just so I wanted to catch up with you about everything from this weekend. Thanks for stopping by.